Hello children, in our previous video we had talked about different terms related to our spherical mirrors like principal axis, like focus, like center of curvature, radius of curvature, different terms, focal length we had talked about. Now it's the time to learn how different types of images are formed by these spherical mirrors. Different types of images are formed by same type of spherical mirror. How is that possible? That is possible by changing the place of the object. If we change the place of the object, the type of image formed will be different. So how are we able to obtain those images? We need to learn certain rules before we draw the images. How to draw? We have to follow certain rules, and these rules today we are going to discuss. Rules for obtaining images by concave mirror as well as convex mirror. First I will talk about all the rules. Rules are same for concave as well as convex mirror, but the drawing of that is little different, that I am going to show you. So first rule, to obtain the image, rule says if any rays of light which is coming parallel to the, we are going to talk about concave mirror. So one more thing children, before I proceed I need to tell you that always when you draw a ray diagram, in that case you have to keep your mirror on the right hand side and your object should always be on the left hand side. You have to keep this thing in your mind, okay? So let's start our first rule, concave mirror. So see, this mirror, this is the polished surface, this reflecting surface is curved inward, so that is why it is called a concave mirror. Different things related to concave mirror. This is the pole center of the mirror. Then this is called a focal length or focus, sorry, not focal length. This is called a center of curvature. Any ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis of a concave mirror. This is a ray of light. Suppose this ray of light is coming like this. Any ray of light when the object is at infinity, in that case we are always going to draw the ray of light as parallel to the principal axis. This is our principal axis, an imaginary line which passes through the focus, center of curvature and the pole of a mirror. Now this ray of light is hitting the mirror. See, this arrow will show that light is going this side. Now this ray of light is parallel to the principal axis and this mirror is a concave mirror. After reflection, it will always pass through the focus. It will always pass through the focus. This is the first law. If while drawing the ray diagrams, you are going to draw a ray which is parallel to the principal axis of a concave mirror, after reflection, you have to see that you have to keep its position in such a way that after reflection it passes the focus of a concave mirror. This is our first rule. Second rule says, again concave mirror we are talking about. So second concave mirror, this is the reflecting surface, this is the polished surface. Reflecting surface is curved inward and this is our principal axis. The center of the mirror is called pole. This is called our focus. This is called our center of curvature. Ray passing through the center of curvature of a concave mirror is reflected back along the same path. Suppose our object is somewhere. Any ray of light passing through the center of curvature, after reflection it will retrace the same path or it will go back along the same path. This is our second rule. If in your ray diagram you are going to draw the any ray which is coming through the concave, center of curvature of a concave mirror, after reflection it will retrace its path or it will go back from the same path from which it had come. This is the second rule. Third rule says, again I have to draw the concave mirror. Pole, you have to keep all these things in mind. These things. A a ray of light passing through the focus. Now any ray of light which is passing through the focus and hitting the mirror, after hitting the mirror or after reflection from the mirror, it will be parallel to the principal axis. This is just opposite to this. Earlier the ray was coming parallel and after reflection it went through the, passed through the focus. Now this is passing through the focus, incident ray is passing through the focus and reflected ray is parallel to the principal axis, just opposite of this. This is our third rule. Fourth rule says, any ray of light, this is pole, this is our focus, this is our center of curvature. Any ray of light incident at pole, suppose it is directly incident at pole, it is reflected back making the same angle with the principal axis. Whatever is this angle I is equals to angle R. These are the rules which we are going to follow while drawing our ray diagrams in case of concave mirror. Same I am going to draw here for convex mirror also, children. See. This is our convex mirror. Reflecting surface is curved outward. This is our polished surface. This is the pole. You know the center of curvature and focus of a convex mirror is behind the mirror. See, principal axis we have to draw. As this is a diverging mirror, the ray of light which is coming parallel to the principal axis will diverge. But after reflection, it will seem that it is passing, it will appear to come from the focus after reflection. Same rule. If we retrace the path of the reflected ray, we will come to know that it is passing through the focus. Here also parallel ray is passing through the focus. Here also it appears to pass, because in this case this is a convex mirror and convex mirror always form virtual and erect images. Virtual images we cannot obtain on the screen. So it will not actually pass through the focus as the focus is behind the mirror. So we cannot go behind the mirror. In this case, it will appear after reflection, it will look like as if it is passing through the focus. Here it will actually pass through the focus. Here we have retraced the path of the reflected ray and it will appear to pass through the focus. Here actually it is passing through the focus in case of concave mirror, but in case of convex mirror it will appear to come from the focus, pass through the focus. Second, this is the pole, principal axis, let me write pole here. This is the focus, this is the center of curvature. Any ray of light which seems to move towards principal focus, after reflection from the mirror, it will pass through the focus. See, which seems to pass through the focus. It is not actually passing through the focus, but which seems to pass through the focus retraces its path back, as in this case. It retraces the path back, but here it was actually passing through the center of curvature. Here the ray of light appears, or which is moving towards the center of curvature. Third rule. A ray this is the pole, this is our principal axis, this is our focus, this is our center of curvature. Any ray of light which is coming towards the focus, see, this is coming towards the focus. After reflection from the, how we come to know? See, if we retrace the path of the light back, we come to know that it is passing through the focus. Any ray of light which is projected towards a focus, after reflection, it will pass it will be parallel to the principal axis. Here also any ray of light which was actually passing through the focus, after reflection from the mirror, it was parallel to the principal axis. Same case here, any ray of light which is projected towards the focus of the convex mirror, after reflection it will be parallel to the principal axis. Same case, same thing is same. Rule is same in all the both the cases, concave or convex, rule is same, but the diagrammatic representation is little different. Here see, now next rule, any ray of light which is incident on the pole, this is our pole, this is our focus, this is our center of curvature. You know, in case of convex mirror, focus and the center of curvature is behind the mirror. In case of concave mirror, it is in front of the mirror. Now, any ray of light which is incident on the pole, after reflection, it will making the same angle with the principal axis. See, this is same. So children, these are the rules which we need to keep in mind before drawing the ray diagrams. Now, how are we going to use these ray diagrams in our image formation? That you will come to know next time. Children, there is a table in your book, formation of images via concave mirror. There are 6 cases. Those cases, when you will watch my next video, you have to, like before you watch that, better you by heart. If you by heart that table, it will be easier for you to understand the things. If not, when you will be seeing my lecture next video, along with that, please keep your book open, the page where the table is formed in the book showing the image formation by concave mirror. Okay, so let us do a recap of these rules. A ray which is parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it will pass through the focus. Any ray of light which passes through the center of curvature, it will retrace its path back. Any ray of light which is passing through the focus, after reflection it will be parallel to the principal axis. Any ray of light which is directly incident on the pole, it will make the same angle as that of incidence with the principal axis. Okay, so these are the rules we have followed here. So why I have drawn the dotted line in all these cases? Because here the rays of light are not actually passing through these points. Here we have retraced the lights back. We are trying to make them pass through that point virtually. They are not actually passing, but we have made them to pass through those points virtually. That is why I have drawn the dotted line in all these cases. I hope it is clear, children. Next time we will do the ray diagrams for concave mirror. Thank you, children.